Gossip.
Gossamer. What is gossamer?
It's a kind of fabric, silky. Why are you asking about gossamer?
What's gusset gossamer?
Silky gussets.
Got it. Cleared it all up.
I do apologise for him. He sort of comes with the house.
These are the kind of glasses I'd have worn if I went into the house.
You look like Robin Day.
Thank you.
I was really imagining you today on the lawn. Anyway, my mum, your dad, is the second series.
Hang on, you can't drop that.
No, let me just explain, because people might not know
I think everyone knows what the...
So my mum, your dad, it's the second series of the ITV show where the kids of single parents nominate them to go into a house in the hope that they will find love. And watching this first episode, I was reminded that such a big part of what I loved about the series was the kids.
It's incredibly wholesome.
It was the kids.
The kids are wholesome.
You know, last year some people were trying to say, oh, but isn't it wrong that kids are... No, it's not. They're smart, they're mature. We had so many moments where we welled up, didn't we? We were like, oh God, how lovely. Oh, look how much they love their dad. Oh,
actually, something quite dramatic happened on the first season, actually, was everyone you told me about that said they thought it wasn't right that the kids were allowed to have an opinion, I've cut out of my life. Literally. Well, sorry, that's where the heart of this show lies, actually, because what's weird is you see them when the parents and the kids are in the car and on that sort of sofa, and the outside sofa. The parents are the kids.
Yeah.
They are childlike. Once they get in, suddenly you begin to see them in the real world, but they're also still kids. I just love
it's like I always say to people, don't forget your kids know you better than any other living person that you will ever know in your life, because they see you in all your glory and all your very worst moments and your hanging out moments. True. They know you. And that's what I love about this show, is the way that they do know their parents. So Now, I was wondering, what was it going to be like in this series where they know the kids are watching? But already you can see they've forgotten. People don't really understand this. When you're in a reality show, everyone always assumes that you're aware of the camera every time. You simply humanly cannot be possible to do that.
You are to begin with. You are to begin with.
And so you might be, but you can see, the way they're talking, when that last chap was talking about his infidelity and the pain in his son's face.
Well, let's not.
And then his son had to stick up for him and say he didn't say that he's been cheated on.
No, I know.
I
know. What I just think is so absolutely priceless about the format, regardless of how they shift it around and they now know that they're watching, it's not a surprise and all this kind of stuff, is just the kind of reversal of parent. You just realise how sophisticated kids can be emotionally. And how much, as you rightly said, they know about you than you perhaps even want to think they know about you.
They're quite a bit older, aren't they? They've got 25-year-old, 26-year-old there. I found all the stories, just like last year, of the parents.
Brilliant casting.
I found them so sad.
Brilliant casting again.
Because you can see they're all lovely people. And it is like, it takes the show. There's so much shit going on out there with dating apps and everything. And yet there are so many thousands of people that are nice people that are looking for other nice people.
You threw something down on the table at the beginning there, or you flopped something out, which was I've got to go back to it. Why did you keep imagining me on the lawn?
Oh my God, Mark, you're being obsessed.
No, but it was a
because
weird
of your
thing
glasses.
to say. Oh, really?
Because you look like the sort
Shut your ears for a minute, Maddie. Nadia woke up this morning and said to me, I had a dream about your bottom, Mark, last night. And it was quickly replaced by the fact that this dream about my bottom, I'm thinking, this is kind of good, was rapidly replaced by a brand deal or something with Matalan.
It was nothing to do with it.
It was like something to do with it. It went somewhere odd.
It was like...
It was strange.
Well, that's far too confusing. Thank you for bringing that up, Mark. Talk about random.
No, but it's just weird.
Right, carrying on. So
all of the women said they hate the dating apps.
I'm loving the vibe. Because when you really love a show, the first series, there's always that worry, isn't there? Like, oh my God, is it going to be as good? But I feel exactly as excited about it as last time. And of course, the house is just as beautiful. That wisteria. Oh my God, that bloody house. No, a lot of it is real.
It is real.
A lot of it is real.
Depressing.
So it was lovely because tonight, straight off the bat, Davina got the kids to put couples together.
Which is great.
And they were quite nice little dates, weren't they?
Well, yeah,
what
and
date touched you most?
I tell you who I think needs to. The one that someone said reminded them of you, the curly-haired lady. I think of all the women in there for me, she's the hardest emotionally in terms of. I'd find her really intimidating. I find her quite tough.
Why?
And she's
Because
talking
she
about
talks
sex
about
a lot.
masturbation.
No, I don't mind that at all. But
Well,
I mean,
exactly. So why?
No. But there's just something about. I can see that she's either been hurt or that she's very self-protective. I don't know.
She has been hurt. She was married 16 years and discovered her husband
Yeah.
was gay.
But was that her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
So
is a
that
big-
takes some
that is
serious
a big
hurt.
thing.
Imagine your trust issues after that.
Yeah.
She's got some serious metal around her, I'm sure, to try and protect her. But that would be so interesting, wouldn't it, to see if you could.
I think it's really interesting. I find it really fascinating to see how different men deal with shyness.
That is
Even in that immediate moment in the garden, because a strange kind of what's it not called macho? What's it called? Not predatory either. What's it called when you're the apex? You know, a strange pecking order always creeps in, even if it's one of friendliness and jokiness between men. And the guy who was the guy with the daughter called Izzy, he kind of came in and he was very much holding court quite quickly, whereas the quieter one who was talking about being unfaithful, he was much lower key.
He made a massive joke.
He didn't say much, but what he did say was
There was
hysterical.
two of the women were going. One was going,
Yeah.
"Oh, I haven't been in a relationship for 10 years," and the other one went, "I haven't been in a relationship for 14 years." And he left the timing perfectly. It was a
Perfect.
beat, and then he went, "What's wrong with you both?"
What's wrong with you both?
And that could have gone so badly,
Yeah.
but it was such a lovely icebreaker because everyone just burst out. Oh, sorry,
Alpha
burst
male,
out.
thank you. You're
Alpha
right.
male.
You've just
Hierarchy.
I thought it was absolutely right that he came out and just said that he'd been unfaithful. You've just got to get that stuff right out there. You've got to lead from the front. You've got to say it.
Even though afterwards in her interview after she was saying she admired that he'd been honest, didn't you just see?
She
Some
left the room.
doors went across her eyes. It closed off.
It's always a gamble, but you've got to be honest.
Think about it, guys. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Break up with the person rather than doing it behind their back.
Because actually, when
You
you
mess up everything for the rest of your life, because other people will
Precisely.
look at you and go, "Oh God, are you?"
takes one to know one.
Hang on, what do you mean? That sounds like it's me.
No. I mean,
You.
me.
You.
What?
You were an unfaithful
I
person.
don't tell everyone. Because if I have to go on the show and stand on the lawn in these glasses, they won't want to talk to me.
I wonder what you'd be like, Pete. I would be. I think. Do you know what? I think they're amazing the way they go on that lawn
So
into
brave.
such an intense
What about the
situation.
dad who wanted his daughter to walk him
Knowing
in?
that you've got all those cameras watching your every flirtation or lack of it. I don't know how they did it.
Well, no, what I really liked, and again, I think this comes with age, is they are, both with the first series and this series, they were all, well, actually, there was one exception in the first series, wasn't there? They were all exceptionally respectful and actually stepping back. This old idea that all men are toxic in some way. I think this show proves it, both in the kids and in the adults. I thought they were
Proves
really,
what?
the men just, there were no idiots there trying
You
to
just
really
said,
show off
you know this thing about all men are toxic, and then you went, this show just proves it.
that they're not.
You didn't put in the not.
That's the bit I'm emphasising
Well,
now.
No, you're not. You're being confusing. So you're saying, oh, isn't it refreshing
Yes,
that
that's
actually
exactly
when
it.
there's so much about toxic men?
That's exactly what I'm saying. No, it's wonderful.
Fucking hell.
And I actually thought that all of the men on all of the dates were really sweet. Although I have to say, the guy who wanted his daughter to walk him in, like the first day to school,
So sweet. But he was rubbish at
he
that
shot
day.
himself in the foot.
Yeah, he was like, but he was so nervous. But what breaks my
Said he
heart
didn't
is
want to get married.
that's it. It was over for her. And it's a shame because they were both attracted to each other. But he really reminds me of that very tall guy last year. Do you remember who ended up in tears
The
when the
basketball
woman
player.
didn't want him?
Oh, don't.
And he was a bit like that at the beginning. He was too stilted, and because he was nervous, he just asked one question after, so they couldn't get a flow of conversation going.
Faith Goodman's kind of cutting to the quick. The bloke who doesn't want to get married, why is he there then?
Because he wants to be in a relationship.
So this isn't about finding marriage, is it?
Loads of, you know what, and also Faith, a lot of people that don't believe in marriage believe that marriage can actually split people up because they've come from a family of a broken, with, you know, or seen a terrible divorce or something. So I can understand why not
Unless
everyone...
Jeff is saying he's just shy, and someone else,
Yeah,
Kimberly, is saying, I wonder if
very
he was
shy.
just protecting himself.
He was so shy.
But he
and he's
realised
not
he
been out on the dating games for ages. And his daughter,
was mortified.
adorable. just watching going, we just need people to see what we know of him.
Yeah,
Oh my
but you can
God.
see her thinking, Dad, just
Shut up.
shut up.
Yeah.
I
She
didn't
went,
know.
oh, he's asking a lot of questions.
What about the cheeky chappie who...
What about the man who sucked up the cream from the
Him,
hot chocolate?
him.
I was like, oh, no.
I thought he dealt with that quite well.
No.
Why was that
That's
cringe?
because you're not one, because you don't want to see somebody with cream all over their lips.
But he was being comedic.
But it looks like, when we saw a clip of tomorrow night,
He's
looks
after
like...
someone, yeah.
It looks like
I
he
liked-
does very well.
I really liked... Is she Welsh, the woman, the blonde woman
Yeah.
that the unfaithful woman's talking to? She's got a
Yeah,
really
she's
nice,
lovely.
gentle demeanour. I think, for me at the moment, of
think
all
a
the
lot
women
of
in
the
there,
guys are
she'd
gonna
be the
like
one
her.
that I'd want to...
Oh,
ask her to-
really?
Yeah. Like it was Natalie in the first series. It's
Really?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put her down to you at all. Maddie, aren't you surprised? The softly spoken headmistress with the blonde hair.
Is she headmistress?
Maybe you're just wanting to go in the complete opposite way than you've been married.
No, I mean, because this
We
isn't
could
going
not.
to
You could
happen.
not find two more different people.
Well, I'm certainly not. I don't mean in an horror, but I mean I'm not.
So
drawn to
you're
the one
on the
who looks
lawn.
like you.
So let me think. Who would have I had in the first date?
I think you'd have liked the one who was joking and who was unfaithful.
Well, yeah, he would have hooked me in with that
Salt
line
and
of "What's
pepper.
wrong with you?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I really liked him.
Yeah, I thought the hot chocolate guy was good, but I think he's where our cheeky chappie sits. There's trouble there. Trouble at mill, I think. So what do we know what the kind of how it's going to change the format across the run? So
Don't know. Lots of
don't know.
surprises,
Okay,
hopefully.
all right.
But I mean, you don't need much, do you? What you need is them to. You just want to see them
Yeah.
getting off with each other or not getting off with each other's. I don't want anyone's heart to be broken,
I
though,
can't
because
bear the upset.
it means so much more at this age than, say, like Love Island or something.
Well, it
doesn't
does, and also Maddie said as it started, she said there's something even more heartbreaking somehow about the men when they go in. There's something really
Because
they look like children.
There's so many things that are clever about this show.
Yeah.
But the fact that you've got the kids' hearts in your hand as well when you're watching everything, because you see them go through the pain. You see them, oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
They're going through it.
Yeah.
Oh, a bit like when our children, when any of us as parents, when we see our children heartbroken or making mistakes in a relationship, and you're just like, oh my God. So we're so invested in the children.
Yeah.
Sort of POV, aren't we?
Reese says, and the great thing about this show is that all of them have lives realised and lived, and so where we're meeting them, they're trying to see a different path can bring them further. Fulfillment, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're all trying something new, absolutely, which is why the guy who said he doesn't believe in marriage, I mean, he'll have gone in at the end of play on that day and gone, what a douchebag, what an idiot. Why did I come on a show looking for love?
And say, and everyone I have seen marriage is miserable.
Because
He
he-
didn't mean to be that harsh. He was just so shy. That was classic shy person coming across as an angry person.
It was. And
He's
I
a
love it when all the
sweetie.
children say, don't be cringy. It's like, well, what's cringy to one isn't cringy to another. But, boy, when you're a kid, you know when it's cringe. don't
Faith, I know what you mean. I don't like always watching teeth cleaning. We always have to have that, don't we,
Yeah,
in
why
reality
is that?
show. We don't need the shots of people cleaning their teeth.
Well, maybe that's where they have the most meaningful conversations.
No, it was on his own.
Well, yeah, but it made us feel sorry for him, didn't it? I thought the man sat with his drink at the end who admitted he'd been unfaithful. I wanted to give him a great big hug.
Sarah was cross with him because he was brushing his teeth with his jacket on.
That is strange. Anyway, it's going to be fun, isn't it? There's going to be lots of fun. It's going to definitely take twists and turns. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure?
Well, I thought you were going to say something else.
No,
You went
it wasn't
weird.
at all.
You
No, I was just
stopped.
removing a WhatsApp that's just come in.
No, I
My
know,
God.
but you hadn't finished your sentence. Just leave it.
Everything I say is cringy to my teens, says Karen.
Yeah,
Ela.
this is it. I mean, at a certain point, your kids actually don't want you to say anything, do they?
No, say nothing. That's why I'm going to shut the fuck
you
up.
all right?
I'm going to shut the fuck up right now. All right, guys.
I love
Is
you.
it on every night of the week?
Well, you can binge watch the whole first 5
Oh.
episodes on ITVX official. But listen, guys, stick with us.
Yeah.
Watch it one at a time so we can
Yeah.
chat about it.
And tomorrow I'm going to be wearing a different pair of glasses. I think we should reenact going on the lawn.
Bye.
Bye.